far as props for today's class, we are going to need a little bit of wall space or just something you can lean up against, whether that's a piece of furniture like a chair or a couch, just something that can support your back. Ideally, one yoga bolster, or if you have a couple of fluffy pillows, maybe two, three, four pillows, as much as you would like, get super comfy. Also, snag a couple of blankets. Here in Vegas, it's still pretty warm, but if you're somewhere else where it's getting a little bit chillier this time of year, and you know that you're going to get a little colder as we go through today's class, then grab a blanket so that you can snuggle up. Start by setting up your props by getting your pillow or yoga bolster next to the wall and maybe a blanket underneath or somewhere nearby so you can have some cushioning. All right. Without further ado, let's begin. Start by sitting on top of your pillows, back up against the wall. Have your ankles crossed. And rest your hands comfortably, either palms facing down or palms facing up. From here, close your eyes and start to feel for your breath. Feel the air entering through your nostrils as you inhale. Empty out completely as you exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. Fill all the way up. Exhale out of your mouth. H-A-ha. Again, inhale through the nose. Fill your lung capacity to 100%. Exhale to sigh it out of your mouth. Keep breathing in this way, inhaling through the nose, exhaling H-A-ha out of the mouth. As you continue on with this cyclical breath, imagine that there is a river or a stream floating right next to you. Maybe you can even hear it rippling down. Each time you take a big inhale through your nose, imagine your breath surrounding something in your body or your mind that's distracting you from this moment. Perhaps it's a physical tension or a nagging thought in the back of your brain. Whatever it is, surround it with your inhale. And with your exhale out of your mouth, deposit it into your stream or your river. Each time you choose something to let go, you are choosing to cut cords with those things that are no longer serving you. Our intent for today's class is to continue cutting those cords. So that new, stronger cords can grow and connect us to the beauty in life. Let's take 3 more rounds of that breath pattern. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling to sigh it out. When you're done, blink open your eyes. And then bring your hands right to the center of your chest, right where your sternum is. Let me move my camera a little closer so y'all can see a little better. All right, so with your hands somewhere around your chest, start to massage into the tissues and start to get curious about the different textures of the tissues that are beneath your hands. Feel into what is bone, what is muscle, what is connective tissue, the fascia, what is skin. And as you massage around your heart space and your front ribs, now close your eyes. And start to heighten your senses of touch and sharpen your inner eye. It's up to you how much pressure you put onto your hands. But find a massaging pressure that feels good to you. That can always change over time. That's okay. Change is a way that we can strengthen our cords. Take about 2 more breaths here, self-massaging into the ribs and front chest. And then lower your hands down comfortably into your lap. Once your hands are free, take a few inhales and exhales into your heart space. Notice how much more vibrance, how much more breathability you now have in this area. Continue breathing with this much intention as you open your eyes. And take a peek at the camera for our next bit. We're going to do some hand energy work, I guess you could call it. Literally cutting the energetic cords that connect us to the various parts of our world. We're going to start by literally using our hands to cut the cords in front of us. So, cut all the way down from your head, all the way down to your belly. And then once you've cut the cords, scoop them up with your hands. Toss them down a 50-foot hole to the left side. And clap your hands, free of dust. And again, cut the cords with your hands. You can even go down into your legs. Once you've cut those energetic cords, scoop them up. Toss them over to your right, down another 50-foot hole. And dust your hands of it. One more time on each side. Cut, cut, cut. Cut all those cords. Scoop them up, throw them away. Toss them up. Cut the cords of anything that annoyed you, that frustrated you, that made you mad, or that distracted you from the beauty in life today. Cut that up Scoop it up, then toss it away from you. Free your hands of it. Now take a couple of more breaths here in this space. Even by just using our imagination or using the energy outside of our bodies, can create a whole new world for us to inhabit. Now from here, rest your arms down by your side. If your fingertips touch the floor, great. If not, just keep your arms hanging heavy. And then dip your head up and over to the right shoulder. Take a big breath into the left side of your neck. As you exhale, roll the left shoulder back and down. And soften through the left side of your jaw. Again, inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, relax the top of your left shoulder. Let it slide away from your ear. 2 more breaths on this side of the neck. Feel each exhale peeling away another layer of tension from this area. Inhale, mostly into the left lung. Exhale, roll your chin forward towards your chest. And let your head hang here for a moment. Allow your brain to be heavy in the front of your skull, helping to weigh the head down, getting that deep stretch in the back of the neck, along the spine. Inhale into upper back ribs. Exhale, roll your left ear up and over left shoulder, stretching out the other side of the neck. Inhale through your right nostril. Exhale, roll your right shoulder back and down. If you'd like to close your eyes here, feel free. We hold so much tension in our neck from our daily life. From stress, exhaustion, anxiety. And I want you to use your breath almost like a tool, like a broom, to help sweep those emotions away so that the physical part of your neck can fully release and relax. Two more breaths here. Inhale into right lung. Exhale, roll your chin back towards the chest. Keep your back teeth separated. peel the tongue from the roof of your mouth. One more breath. Bring your hands to your forehead. Feel the full weight of your skull in your palms before you lift it up to center. Come off of your pillow, sit onto your blanket. If your hips or low back are feeling tight today, then I invite you to double up your blanket so that it's relatively thick, and then sit on top of that, just so you have a little bit more height in your hips. And your pillow can go off to the side for now. All right. Bring your legs into a straddle. Does not have to be your widest straddle, just as long as they're a little wider than your hips. Then inhale, plant your right hand about 1.5 feet outside your hip. As you exhale, reach your left arm up overhead, coming into a side bend. Option 1, hold here. Option 2, rotate your chin, or rather your chest, towards the floor and then up, rotating through the torso, just slightly changing the stretch in the side body. If at any point your shoulder starts to get tired, flip your fingers down and then rest the top of your hand against your cheek. Hold here for one more breath. From here, roll your upper body forward and then side bend up and over to the other side. Now this side might feel completely different. Option 1, hold, getting into the side seam of the body. Option 2, play with the angle of your chest. Either keep the top arm reaching up and out of the shoulder, or resting the top of the hand on your cheek. Last breath. And now we're going to add in breath to movement. As you inhale, expand your side ribs. Exhale, reach your top arm forward, roll up and over to the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach forward again, moving back to the first side. Keep sweeping side to side. Inhale into side bend, exhale to reach forward and around. Each time you come forward, see if you can reach your arm a little further forward, but finding a sensation in your back and in your legs where there's just a sweet discomfort. There's no pain, no strain. Let's do one more to each side. And then press yourself on up. Excellent. From here, you're going to bring your left heel close to your pelvis, and then your opposite heel, your right heel, in front of it. So it's almost like you're having two different diamond shapes or two different angles with your knees. Right foot is in front, left foot is behind. From here, bring your pillow into that little L nook that you've created for your with your legs rather. And then start to walk your hands forward, maybe bringing your elbows down onto your pillow. You can really let your spine round here. And take an inhale into your belly. Exhale, HA. Again, inhale into your belly. Exhale, soften your jaw, soften your hips. Two more. Inhale, fill up your belly. Exhale, soften your belly and transfer that softness into your inner thighs, inner hips. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Move your pillow out of the way for a moment. Straighten your legs out in front of you and just shimmy your toes side to side, doing a little windshield wiper. And then switch on over to the other side. So this time, right heel towards pelvis, left in front, and then place pillow right in the little L, kind of like a carport, I guess you could say. Little parking spot for your pillow. But once you have everything set, crawl forward, relax forehead down. With either eyes staring down beneath you or with eyes closed, tap back into that belly breath. Inhaling to expand the belly, exhaling out of the mouth to soften your belly. This breath pattern harkens us back to when we were newborns, infants. When we felt safest. This breathing pattern physically calms the nervous system, allowing oxygen to reach every cell in your body, not just in the upper, even all the way down into your toes. Over the next 2 breaths, breathe new life into your hips and legs. Let them know that they are safe. Start to walk your hands back. Move your pillow or pillows out of the way for a moment. Straighten your legs out in front. And give a little shimmy. All right, last seated shape. If you know that hamstrings or the back of your legs are really tight, then I invite you to grab a couple of additional props, whether that's a couple extra pillows, extra blankets. If you have yoga blocks available, that works too. Books are also great. Just anything to raise your initial pillow higher up off the ground. Come back into that straddle position. Maybe you can get a little wider. It's okay if not. Just go to a position that feels okay to your hips and go to a place where, even if it's like right here, knees and toes are pointing up to the ceiling. So whatever angle you're at, they're always pointing up, up, up. It's going to keep that neutral rotation in your thigh bone. From here, once your props are set in front of you, inhale, telescope your ribs away from your hips. As you exhale, crawl your hands forward, one handprint, but keeping that lift in your spine. Inhale again, growing the crown of your head to the ceiling. Exhale, walk your hands forward, one more handprint. Either stay here, keeping that straightness in your spine, or if you can go one more hand forward or with elbows down, find your edge here. An edge that is a sweet discomfort, no pain, no strain. An edge that you can breathe deeply through. If you're at a point to where you can't take a deep breath, walk your hands back just a bit. In this shape, we're targeting our hamstrings, the back of the leg muscles that hold on to the emotions around control. So if your hamstrings are consistently tight, even after stretching, what cords of control can you cut? One more breath here. Exhale, cut that last cord. Lift your chest away from your props. Move them off to the side. Then use your hands to bring your legs together in a comfortable position. All right, if you'd like to grab a sip of water, I'm going to readjust my camera so you can see the setup for our first restorative pose. All right, for this pose, we are laying on our side. Doesn't matter which one you start with first, just pick one. We'll do both sides. Have a blanket or something underneath you for some cushioning for your hips and your side ribs. You can either rest your head on your upper arm, or if you have an additional pillow or blanket, you can put that underneath your bottom ear. Bottom leg stays straight. Top leg is resting, bent at a 90-degree angle on a pillow in front of you. Option number one, for the top arm, rest the hand in front of your shoulder, rest the hand in front of your chest, rather. This is going to be a lot easier on the shoulder, a little less tension. If, however, you would like to open up through the front of the shoulder and the chest, wrap that form behind your low back so that the thumb is pointing towards your shoulder blade and your pinky is pointing towards your bum. And your palm is facing away from your low back. All right, lots of options. See which one feels best in your body. And close your eyes. Here we're going to target the cords in your hip, especially your top hip, the one that's connected to your bent leg. Track your next inhale as it enters in through your nose, goes down the ribs, through the belly, and into that top hip. Exhale, soften your jaw. Inhale through your nose, down into the hip. Exhale, soften the muscles. Be here for at least 8 more rounds of breath. Continue to send each inhale into a spot in the hip that's calling out for it. You chose to wrap your forearm behind your low back. Just like a sloth, slowly slide the arm back to in front of your chest. Once there, slide the top leg off the pillow or bolster. Roll onto your back or swivel around. I'm going to swivel around to the other side just so you can see me. No, actually, I'll just turn around. But we're going to do the other side now. So take your props with you as you lay on opposite side. And just like before, bottom leg is straight along the floor. Top leg bent at about 90 degrees on top. Option number 1, rest other arm in front of you. Option 2, wrap your forearm behind your low back. Palm facing away. And once you're settled in, close your eyes. Shift your breath's awareness to the hip that is now on top. Should be masterful of your breath by now. So each time you inhale, send it to where it's needed most in the hip. Relaxing the muscles, the connective tissues, the skin, the fascia, so much. And you can just feel your bone structure floating. Eight or nine more rounds of breath here. Take your time. Nose of arms behind the low back. Slowly slide it up over the top hip. And then resting the hand in front of your chest. Slowly slide top leg off of your pillows. Roll forward and come on up to a seat. Now, I'm going to scooch away from the wall really quick because you will need room on either side of you for this next bit. So if you are near furniture or a wall, just give a little scooch. You're laying on your folded up blanket. And make sure that you have padding from hips all the way up to shoulders. Pillow goes in between your bent knees. And then bring your arms out to the side. And then inhale, lift your feet up off the floor. As you exhale, slowly lower your knees over to the left. Either continue gazing up towards the ceiling or turn to look over right shoulder. Feel the inner organs getting wrung out. Clearing any blockages in the digestive tract. And wringing out any smaller cords that are inhibiting the strength of your spinal cord. Inhale, turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull your belly button to spine. Lift your knees and pillow up. And then bring them over to the other side. Either continue gazing up at the ceiling or turn gaze over left shoulder. Relax any unnecessary gripping patterns in your body. If that means your body or body parts slide into different shapes, it's okay. Let your body find its own organic twisting shape. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, pull belly button to spine. Lift your knees up through center. Then plant your feet back down. Remove your pillow from in between your legs. Then place it behind your head. From here, step your feet forward one footprint. And then a little wider than hip distance. Rock back onto your heels so balls of feet and toes are lifted. Take a breath into your belly. Exhale, lower your knees over to the left. Inhale, draw knees through to center. Exhale, lower your knees over to the right. Inhale, through center. Exhale, reach knees over to the left. Inhale through to center. Exhale, knees over to the right. Inhale through to center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left one more time and hold. If you would like a little more stretch on your outer right thigh, outer IT band, hook your left foot on top of the outer right knee to help weigh it down a bit more. Last 3 breaths on the side. If the left ankle is on right knee, unhook it. Inhale, roll your knees through to center. Exhale, drop them over to the right. Either hold here or right ankle on top of outer left knee. Move any furrowing in your eyebrows. Relax the top of the cheek muscles. Relax the hinges of your jaw. The right foot is on top of left knee, unhook. Inhale, bring your knees through to center. Exhale, lengthen your legs out long in front of you, setting up for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow your eyelids to become extremely heavy here. Your brain floats heavily in the backside of your skull. Weighing your head down while lightening up the back of your neck. Now imagine a bright, sparkling gold and white light hovering over the crown of your head. A ball of light begins to descend down into your skull. Its rays reaching out, maybe even warming your brain. Flowing down to your skull, down the sides of your neck, lighting up the shoulders, the arms, the hands. From the center of your throat, golden white light drops into your heart, circulating into the other internal organs. Wrapping around the ribs and sliding down your spine. Soon your pelvic bowl is full to the brim, the sparkling white and gold light. Your legs can viscerally feel the gentle sensation or sparkles of the light, touching every cell. Even underneath the toe and fingernails. Bottoms of the feet and hands. Become one with this gold and white light. Let it shine healing light in all those spots where you cut cords, completing the healing process so that new cords can reach out like branches of a tree, or petals of a flower, reaching out for all that is good and beautiful in your world. Stay here as long as you would like. And if you're ready to move on with the rest of your evening, start to deepen your breath, freshen your spirit, then reawaken the body by allowing the arms and legs to stretch in any direction that would feel good. From here, walk your heels in towards you, roll to one side, and press yourself into a comfortable seat. Once you are upright, join me with hands drawn into heart center, and we'll seal out this practice together. Thank you for taking the brave and courageous step with me to cut cords that no longer serve you. May the ones that replace them connect you to all that is good and beautiful in this world. Namaste.